First start. All right, empty engine bay, waiting for me to install ERE number 133. It's a 40 over 383, so that'd be a 385 cubic inch. The AFR heads are the 1031, the 54 cc's cylinder heads, and it's a minus 16 cc piston. So that gives a reasonable compression ratio. It's about 11-to-1 compression ratio. So this is my my hoist and my lifting chain. You know, it allows you to tip the engine. Show you where I bolted up there on the intake manifold bolts. Just getting it in position. A little closer to the engine bay, making sure I have hood clearance, and I don't, hit the core support, the radiator, on the way down. One tough part is, having a long enough reach. So I lay the harness off to the side like that to get it out of the way. Just making one final last look. Now she's almost up and over the motor mounts. You'll see what I have to do, give it an angle turn with that load leveling, kind of having it tip forward where it's a little more level. And then I can kind of, pry it and jerk it around and move it so that it's on the motor mounts. Okay, so I put the bolt in over there. And then all I had to do was kind of give the engine a jerk and now that's lined up down there. Okay, she's in. You got a view of just the driver's side headers are in right now, not the passenger side. All right, so this car, the customer, he paid for a Performa-built transmission. So this actually was easy to hoist up in there with my transmission jack. All right, more with the engine install here. If I do one method where I have a lot of time, and I will put this on last, just before I put the transmission up into it. And of course, I use a little bit of thread locker, new bolts, 90 foot-pounds. Make sure, if you got a neutral rotating assembly, you get a brand new neutral flex plate, or you make your current flex plate neutral. You can do that by taking it to a balance shop and they'll take the weight off and double check it. So I do this just so that I have more, in case, so it doesn't catch things, and I have a little bit more space when I put the engine in. First start. I like it. Okay, second start with data logging. I've got no fans, just see how O2s are working. That's good, they're maxed out, that means they're working. I do have high idle. It's set for my car, my bracket racing car. I have to put the trans in reverse. Alright, I gotta check engine light. Wonder why. We'll figure it out. Probably fans. Let's see. Injector circuit. Huh. The heck? I gotta look for leaks. Need brakes. Okay. Need to look underneath, see if there's trans fluid leak. So, injector circuit. Interesting. Could be one is not on. Is that some of these? There we go. Okay. Now, let's see, is it leaking a little bit up there? Yeah. Right up there. New lines. I was gonna watch that spot right there. Yep, that's leaking on the new lines. It doesn't fit well or seal well into that radiator. See the oil cooler, not too bad. It was leaking when it arrived, and that is fixed. No accessories are hooked up. No water leaks, no oil leaks. A slight trans line leak right there. Just gotta tighten that up. All right, so this is Keitrick McCoy's 383 with AFR heads, and a nice streetable cam. This didn't go to the dyno. It's probably got about 500 horsepower and a little more. It's pretty quiet. It doesn't have a radical exhaust system. It still has cats. It has mufflers. I think it looks like a 2.5-inch dual all the way back, and then over the tailpipes it looks to be maybe 2-inch, and that's not too bad. That's appropriate. I haven't put the accessories in yet because I like to start the engine to make sure there's no problems prior. And I haven't done the hot wire to give the fuel pump, a more reliable, robust power supply. I haven't done that yet, so it's running on stock power supply. The water pump is running on the air pump circuit, and ignition is running on the air pump circuit. It's still a 3-inch mass flow detector right there until I can get a 3.5. I don't have any. The home plate delete. That's my oil filter. I learned that from the Bill Guffey. Anyway, I had the CO alarm going off. I want to see if this is a 96 SS. He had it shipped from Texas, so it's got shipping wheels on it. If you're wondering why the wheels are like that, that's during shipment. I refurbished his existing BBK shorty headers with the roller rockers. I really couldn't find a good valve cover until this Summit Chrome stock style valve covers. Those work really good to give clearance for the roller rockers. I want to look at the data log, just then call it a day, and check fluid levels. Let's see if it's. I found one injector plug not plugged in. Gotta bring that. Yeah, I'll bring the idle down. That's my kind of like my startup idle setting. All right, no check engine light. So the idle will go lower after a while. After I tune it back a bit lower. The things took off. The roller rockers sound good. See how things took off over here? I might actually, I do have the air conditioner lines touching the exhaust pipe, so I'm going to turn it off. All right. Carla Wine L1 Engines, take care. Down here. See, this is not touching, okay. It is not.